Welcome, Bomb Squad, to the newest little adrenaline shot. I haven't done one of these in a little while. It's been a while. Okay. Also, I'm an idiot. I decided to run some laundry before we recorded. So if that becomes a problem, I'll turn it off and start it up later. But so with the adrenaline shot, of course, we just do bad news. We do a bad news story and we talk about it for as long as we have to. Just a little, I don't know when it's going to drop, but it's going to be like a nice little 15-minute part of your day, right?
Yeah, a nice little pick me up. Let's say you're at work. It's like,
trying
2 o'clock.
My New Year's resolution. I don't want I gave up coffee. I can't have coffee right now. I need a little something.
Yeah, and a little pick me up. This is like cocaine right into your veins.
Yes.
Well, maybe not that. Maybe no, like a strong cup of coffee. Cup of coffee.
Yeah, it's like it's like an espresso.
It's like an iced coffee that's been sitting there a while, and the ice kind of melted, so it's a little watered down, but it's still going to get the job done.
Bang! Perfect analogy. Yeah. That's exactly what this is. It's exactly what this is. Okay. All right. So the bad news story. After scrolling through Twitter today, excuse me, Breaking Bad star Bryan Cranston has defended playing a disabled character in his new film, saying it's an actor's job to play different people. The star plays a quadriplegic billionaire in a comedy drama, The Upside, alongside comedian Kevin Hart, whose character is a recently paroled criminal hired as a carer. So people are freaking out. They're thinking you got all these movies about disabled people. Like, why can't we just give the roles to actual disabled people? And it's just a classic 2018, 2019 now Twitter storm of people just complaining about minorities and not getting the roles in Hollywood anymore. What do you got? Yeah. First of all, before you say what you got, I'm looking at you, Walter Jr., Breaking Bad. Okay. That kid's probably on the hot seat right now.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, I was going to say, if there was a quadriplegic who could act like Bryan Cranston, by all means, give him the job. But I like if Chris, who's the guy, Superman, Christopher Reeve?
Yeah.
Yeah. If he was still alive, give it to him.
Well, he couldn't even talk. That gets to the point where you got to talk with your eyes.
That's true. Unless you got
there's plenty of quadriplegic actors out there, I'm sure, that would be perfect for it. It's like their life and they could play it better. But this is Bryan fucking Cranston. This is a premier get. I mean, that's the draw to the movie. Is Bryan Cranston.
Well, that for sure. But I mean, are there any quadriplegic actors out there? I mean,
I'm sure.
I'm sure there's some, but but they're not as good as Bryan Cranston.
That's the point.
Knowing about, yeah, exactly. So I mean,
that's the point.
I mean, Sean Penn won an Oscar for they say you never go full retard. He did. He got the Oscar.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't. Right, he didn't. But still,
Forrest Gump did.
Yeah, and he got an Oscar too, didn't he? Or movie.
Forrest Gump did, and Sean Penn did not because he went full R word, and then Tom Hanks went middle of the road R word, and he ended up crushing the role. But I mean,
an R word.
Yes, and I mean it's just I saw the trailer. It actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like a nice wholesome. I don't know if it's a comedy or what it is exactly, but
comedy drama.
Dramedy. Yeah, let's go dramedy.
Dramedy.
It looks like a nice wholesome movie. These people from 2 completely different backgrounds. You said Kevin Hart's on parole, right? He's out of jail, and Bryan Cranston's a billionaire and he's a caretaker, so they kind of become friends.
Exactly what it is. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean it sounds like a nice wholesome movie. I'm sure it's gonna be a good movie, but it's when you told me that people were getting upset about this movie, I was flabbergasted.
How? People are pissed about everything, and it went down this rabbit hole of Twitter arguments where Cranston was just I'm a straight male. You telling me I can't play a gay guy like a lot of other people do? You have to hire an actual gay guy to play the gay role? No.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look at Jared Leto. Jared Leto's always playing a girl or some a tranny or something. He's always playing some kind of crazy shit. No one says anything about that.
No, not at all. And the biggest thing too that I kind of am getting from this, it doesn't look like it's going to be it's not going to be winning any Oscars. This just looks like a good feel good kind of movie with a little bit of tears. And this is for no reason going to ruin that.
Yeah, I could understand if it was something if they had the movie that Kevin Spacey was in before, when the whole Me Too thing came out and they took him out of the movie. I could understand if it was someone like that. It was Bryan Cranston, he never did anything to anybody.
No.
Who's he bothering by playing a quadriplegic?
Exactly. And it's, Samuel L. Jackson plays a guy in a wheelchair in Unbreakable, the M. Night Shyamalan movie from back in the day. I don't see people freaking out about that.
Yeah.
You know, why now?
Yeah, it's because there's people need something to be upset about. It's ridiculous. They need something to just focus their energy on instead of better in their own life. I'm just gonna worry about this fucking movie.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure the opening, like the tweet that started all, with like read something like, "I wonder how many actual paraplegic actors they interviewed for this role. Like some diverse culture you have there, Hollywood, something like that." It's just like, dude, Twitter is the biggest mistake of all time, giving people like that opinion platform. Like, shut the fuck up. You're a nerd. You're a nerd. I was gonna call you a loser, but you're worse. You're a nerd. Okay, fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, show me one guy that's a quadriplegic that can pull off "I am the one who knocks," that whole speech that he gives in Breaking Bad. Someone who could pull off that scene that's in a wheelchair. All right, fine, give him the part. That's fine. But until someone could,
we're gonna have to get. Or I bet you Hollywood's going to eventually have to get like a Rooney rule in, like in the NFL, where like if you're going to do quadriplegic, you have to at least interview 5 quadriplegic actors for the role. Yeah. Or if you want to do a gay movie, you have to at least bring in real gay people who can do it first and give them a chance, because everybody needs a trophy.
Yeah, I mean the problem with the whole gay thing is not everyone is fully out. You know, you don't know what's going on in Hollywood. I feel like everyone's gay, straight, whatever.
Everybody's gay in Hollywood.
Everyone's just fucking.
It's unbelievable. I was sitting there watching the Golden Globes the other day, and like the other controversy is because Bohemian Rhapsody won all these awards, and Michael Cimino, the director who's originally supposed to do it, got fired, and like his allegations are legit, and he's been married twice, he's got kids, but like he is as gay as he's gayer than I am, based on those fucking stories. He used to have like little teen boy parties, and like, you know, you hear about his pool parties?
No, I don't know who you're talking about. Like, I know he's the director, or was supposed to be the director, but I've never heard of this guy.
He is responsible for a lot of huge movies. I think he did a lot of the superhero movies that were like massive, like Marvel. He might have been not Iron Man. That's Jon Favreau. I don't know. I don't watch the super Bowl, the big ones. Big deal. Yeah. But he would have these young teen actors, like, you know, if he's coming up with a movie, and he's just like, yeah, come on over to the party and stuff. Like, you know, probably try to see if you're fit for the role or whatever. And like, they were all like 16 to 18-year-old boys. Like, you know, I mean, I kind of wish I was there. But they thought they were there to like get an in with like a big high up Hollywood exec. And then he would just basically, the main allegation against him is like, he led this little, like this actor who's like 16 at the time through this hallway in a boat on a yacht, and then like it led to like this chamber, which led to like another chamber, and then he just flat out raped them.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you bring up the word chamber, it's not a good thing.
Double chambers, basically.
A chamber within the chamber, like just having, because anyone who has a chamber, stay away from.
Right, because
this is red tape right there. Chambers are no good.
So after he raped him, he basically looked at him and he's just like, "Do you know who I am?" Like the guy was like, "Sort of," and he's just like, "I am like God around here, and if you tell anybody, you'll never work here again, and nobody will believe you because I will bury it with my money. And if you don't tell anybody, if you stay silent, maybe, just maybe, I can hook you up with like a part in a big superhero movie." That's how they work, and that's what that guy is. And you sit here and you watch these stupid Golden Globes, all these people calling everybody assholes. You know, it's just like, you're assholes. You guys fucking rape all these boys. You're all gay. All of you. All of you are gay. Even you, Bryan Cranston.
He's a gay quadriplegic in this movie, right?
Yeah. But like, now I'm not going to be able to watch that movie and like think like, all right, let's see if he crushes it. Like, let's see if maybe it's like not that impressive of an acting performance. Maybe like they could have went with like a real quadriplegic guy who's in this, like a quadriplegic billionaire. Like maybe they could have fucking found one.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of them out there. Quadriplegic billionaires. But yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I mean, we should see how he does first. You know, if it comes out and it's a stinker and he's awful in it, then it's just like, well, maybe we should have got the cripple guy.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. Yeah, but now it's all eyes on his cripple performance, and it's going to be tough.
Yeah,
you know?
I could just imagine we're gonna have people like breaking down, like, "Oh, that's not how a cripple does it. That's not how
that's exactly.
It's unreal.
Exactly what's gonna happen.
Like, he would have blown into the tube instead of like moving the fucking stick. I don't know, like all this crazy shit.
God. Yeah, but that was on Twitter today, and that was a trending news story. That was actually the number 2 trending news story today. That really picked up legs.
That's outrageous. I'm still flabbergasted.
I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Is that laundry machine fucking loud as shit, by the way?
I can't hear it. No.
Okay, awesome. But yeah, it's just another. You're hoping like 2019, like it's a new year. Maybe people will fucking grow a sack. And 2018 is behind us, but for a fact we're only going to get worse. This podcast, if it ever gets big, we are dead.
If anybody ever listens to this, we're fucked.
But it's up to us to just be like, well, fuck you.
Yeah,
it didn't mean anything. We never said anything like, like really? Direct, like, yeah. I mean, I've taken a few shots at women. That's fine. I'll own that. But you know what, women, if you want the same, status as everybody, just learn how to roll with the punches like I do.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, like you talking to your best friend, you call them, oh, shut up, dickhead. Or, you call them names or whatever, but it's like somebody you don't really know, you're not really comfortable with, you're not going to say that.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a term of endearment when I say that you're a feminist pig.
Yeah, exactly. You see that video of Barstool Carl after the Bears lost and he's going on that huge rant and went super viral, and he's calling Cody Parkey a big cocksucker a million times. People are freaking out like, you can't call people cocksuckers. And I'm sitting here, it's just like, why? Like, everybody sucks cock. No, I mean, like, not you. I used to.
More than half the population sucks cock.
Yes. Yeah. And like, it's just fucking. It's just he's joking around. It's not like he's saying
it's just out of
blow like you're an asshole. It's just a cocksucker.
Yeah.
It's just a word.
It's just like an insult. Like if I call you an asshole, you're not actually an asshole.
I'm gonna be like, what's that supposed to mean, huh?
Do I look like a rectum to you?
Yeah. And they always come back with their like even worse insult. Like it's just there is a disease spreading among this population. I don't know what it is, but it's just it all started because of Twitter. Twitter did it all.
Yeah, it's
all right.
Yeah. Well, my real problem with this movie has nothing to do with Bryan Cranston. I think it's problematic that they make Kevin Hart the ex-con.
Look at that! I didn't think about that.
Big old black guy, like, oh yeah, he was in jail, whatever. That's fine.
Kevin Hart's the criminal who has to do community service.
Yeah,
and it turns out to be Bryan Cranston, the cripple, and that's what people are freaking out about, is that he's the cripple.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
See? That's people look at things through like that white filter, like the black people.
The white guy's bad.
Yeah, white guy's always bad.
No. Did we do something wrong? Probably.
Yeah, we've done a lot of things wrong. That whole slavery thing. I mean,
I wasn't there for that.
No,
I would have been like, you know what, this is really fucked up. Okay, you guys can work. I'm gonna pay you. You don't have to work that hard. We'll structure the hours. We'll get the work done. We'll run it like a company.
You guys, a couple beers after.
We'll build a huge fucking house. Everybody could stay in. Like, it'd be cool. We'll get air conditioning or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, some people, I don't know. People
get greedy. People get greedy.
And but anyway, all right. So that's the adrenaline shot. Let's get the hell out of there. We will have episode 66 up for you, which is going to be the long anticipated Thursday show with our movie reviews. That'll be dropping on Monday. Like we said, every Monday will be the new episode. We're recording this on Tuesday of the week before, right? Today's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yep. Tuesday the 8th. So that will just, that's, you see where our heads are at. We're just going to make sure we always have one ready for you on Mondays, just in case Tones has to work 29 hours a day. So until Monday, enjoy your weekend, and we will talk to you then. How long did we get there? Oh,
it was about 14 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's a good little adrenaline shot.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So we're doing segments first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do a little flip flop because I don't know. Sometimes like we're getting new audience members. Like sometimes the talking flicks. I don't know. I feel like it could.
If you have
their attention span,
if you haven't seen the movie, like it could go on for a little bit. So that's I like that. That's smart.
So I want to draw them in with the segments, and if they don't want to stick around for the flicks, then they can get out of there. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, Bomb Squad, welcome to TNT episode 66. It is a Thursday show on a Monday. Little brand new episode for you for your Monday commute. Tones, how you doing?
Fantastic, Tom.
Good.
Got out of work early today. It was really slow. Dipped out around 1 o'clock. Got a haircut.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
That's a 2.5 hour early exit, isn't it?
yeah. It was 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours early. I got out.
Look at that.
Got everything I needed to get done. It was real slow. I was like, "Hey, boss, you're trying to save some money. It's slow right now. Cut the hours. Let me know. I'll go."
Yeah. I bet he was real hesitant to do that too.
No, he was just like, "Yeah, go ahead." It wasn't Larry. It was like the store manager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
he's got to work the budgets because when it's like kind of slow, he's got to save money everywhere. So he's just like always telling people to leave early. Just go.
Gotcha. Gotta love that.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. All right. So with the Thursday show, we're going to start off with our world famous segments, and then we have, of course, our Talking Flicks 4-pack hybrid. Talk about the movies that we assigned each other. Got a few new listeners, I think. So if you are a new listener, hey, what's up? How are you?
What's up?
As you could probably tell by now, we talk a lot about dicks and butts and porno, but we also talk flicks. So stick around for that later. We talk about regular movies. We got Hell or High Water I had to watch just before, and you had to watch True Romance written by Quentin Tarantino.
Yes, sir.
So we'll get to that. Before we get into anything, though, I just want to shout out cousin J-Mac and my buddy Jacob Rubenstein. Shout out to those guys giving us a shout out on their respective platforms. And what a nice thing to do.
Yeah, we appreciate it. I mean, to actually have people that listen to our ramblings is an honor. It's a blessing. We
just
appreciate
see like a text where people are just like, "Hey, I listened to that TNT podcast. LOL." I'm just like, "Oh, there, look at that."
Or even better, sometimes they'll text you, "Hey, that bone was really funny," or that whatever. Like when you get those specific ones, like
they listen.
Yeah,
they listen.
Yeah,
they didn't just go through like the first part. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Okay. All right. So let's just get right into it. Taylor Hicks, take us into our world famous segments, please. All right. Segment number 1 is a Do You Remember? Hold on. Pause it real quick. I'm sorry. This is bothering the shit out of me, my laundry machine.
Okay.
Shit. Okay. Ready?
Yep.
All right. So do you remember? So this is Tones. You had one lined up. We were trying to get to it. Kind of really excited to hear this. So what's up?
Yeah. So this is a story. Now you're not going to remember this. This was it's kind
that answers that question.
It's kind of a hybrid between Do You Remember and Tales of Career Past, except I wasn't working there at the time. It was after I left.
Okay.
But it involves someone I used to work with. So this is the tale of Sally, the no good slut.
Oh boy.
Okay. So this was when I was working at the pizza restaurant, the pizzeria in Florida.
Just slinging pizzas, bringing them to people.
Pizzas,
That's a really that's an underappreciated job. Like you're bringing joy to people's homes.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's all I do now is I order food. I don't go out and pick up food ever, Yeah. And I was making, make sure you tip your delivery driver as well, because most of the time they're making below minimum wage, relying on tips. So just anyway, getting sidetracked. Sally, right? She was one of the waitresses there. This hot little Dominican chick, right? Big old titties. Didn't have much of an ass, but that was fine. She was cute. She had nice big titties. And she made her way around.
Okay.
She got around.
Okay.
So that's kind of Sally's backstory, right?
Yeah.
Now there's this customer that used to come in, Kevin, right? Older guy, real weird, real creepy. And he would just come in on Wednesday night or whatever. And he would just he just wanted the attention of the waitresses, right?
Of course.
It wasn't like a big sit down restaurant. It was mostly delivery and takeout. So they had the time, so he just wanted to talk to him. He wasn't I don't think he ever tried anything physical, but he just wanted the conversation, and he'd tip him really well. And he would even get them stuff outside. He got laptops. He bought a car, not a brand new, nice car, but a used, 2008 Honda Civic kind of thing.
A pizza customer.
Yeah. A guy that just came into the shop. He had a lot of.
How old is he?
Probably late 60s, early 70s.
Okay.
He was an older guy. He was single. He didn't have a wife or anything. His parents were really rich, and then when they died, they passed it down to him. I don't know what he did. think he just like owned real estate really, but he was kind of like a weird guy. But he was always giving out gifts. He was super generous to them, just like giving them big tips. So in comes Sally, right?
Sally, the what? The big, what's her name?
No good slut.
The no good slut. Okay.
So Sally got greedy, right?
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know how this happened exactly, but she ended up getting access to his checkbook.
Oh boy.
And over the course of a couple weeks, or a couple months maybe, she wrote herself checks totaling $70,000. Put it
without his consent.
Without his consent, put it directly into her bank account. There was no like, trying to launder or whitewash it or anything. She just took the checks and just like went to the bank and said, "Here, put it right in the bank account." And obviously he figured it out.
Yeah,
he got her. And he called the cops. Whatever, they tracked it down. So I don't know exactly what's going on with the trial now, but right as all this was happening, right as everything was crashing down, she broke up with her boyfriend. And then while she's waiting on trial, she realizes, oh shit, I'm pregnant.
Oh.
So all like in the matter of like 2 or 3 weeks, she gets arrested. She breaks up with her boyfriend, gets arrested, finds out she's pregnant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, honestly, she deserves it. Like not even just like taking money from this guy, like that he was super generous to you to begin with, but just being so stupid about it.
Yeah. Well, she probably thought that he was so obsessed with her or something like that he would be okay with it. And he probably would have been, but like to a certain level. And 70K, yikes. That's a lot of money.
A lot of shekels.
Yeah, that's a down payment on a very expensive house that she for sure wouldn't be able to pay the mortgage on. I bet that was her plan, was to be able to just be able to.
No, she took the money and she was, I think she got ass implants.
She stole 70 grand to make her butt big?
That was part of it, but they don't cost that much, I don't think. But that was like one of the things she bought, I think.
Oh,
because that's like she was always just like talking about how she wanted to get like a butt job because like she had these huge titties and she had a really pretty face, but she had like no ass. So she was
flat
just like,
ass.
Yeah, she's like, I just want an ass. Like I just want to get an ass. And she's like, all right, go ahead, get an ass. And she went and got
go
an
get
ass.
a pooper, lady. I don't know what to tell you.
I can't help you there. But yeah, it's just kind of crazy because I found out about this a couple months ago. Like I went back down to Florida and I was just like talking to like my friends or whatever, and my friend told me the story and I was just like, holy shit. Like and they're throwing the book at her. Like because for every like $10,000 you take from like an elderly person, I think it's like taking advantage. There's like some charge,
right?
Not exactly, but like taking advantage of an elderly person, and they got him for doing it for 10,000, for 20,000, for like so she's getting like 7 separate charges thrown at her, plus a whole bunch of other shit.
Well, I got a question because she's obviously not going to be able to pay that off. She's a waitress at a pizza place. Yeah. So, like, does this guy get money? Like, does an insurance company pay for it and they just never see it again or something? Or is he just fucking hosed and is out there looking for justice?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I mean, I don't even know if the trial's fully done yet. I mean, they might have to take shit that she owns and just like sell it off until it pays off. Yeah, I don't know what she's going to do because, she didn't go to college. Right, she was working at a pizza place, and they're definitely not going to hire her back after what happened. She by the time she gets out, she would have had a baby. Probably can't strip anymore. Like I don't know what you do.
That's just called you're fucked.
Yeah,
I mean,
and you have
jail is probably the best option. I mean, like at least you'll get housing.
Yeah, well, that's felonies though. Like if you go to apply for a job after, it's like, oh, have you ever been arrested? It's like, yeah, for what? It's like, oh, for embezzling $70,000 from an old guy. Like, it's just not like who's gonna hire you after that? Yeah.
What's your experience? Serve pizzas. Shout out to Heat. Heat's interested in this story.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good nickname for her. Oh man, I really do you know her last name? Is this a full on like trial?
I could probably find it. My friend showed me the mugshot. I'll do a file. I don't even know her last name to be honest.
Maybe we'll do a little, we'll do a little police investigative report and we'll keep tabs on Sally, the no good slut, because I'm interested to make sure that she goes to jail. And hopefully the pregnancy was caught early enough where it's like a simple abortion, because I don't want the kid to be born into that nightmare unless I don't know how Miami Child Services are. I doubt they're anything special.
Well, I'm guessing the boyfriend would step in. because it was her boyfriend that she broke up with.
Oh, okay.
She ended up getting pregnant. So I don't know if that was like if she knew they were breaking up. She's like, I'm gonna get pregnant to try and like keep him around, or what? Like she was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't know what with girls. You don't know. They're always doing crazy shit. So, yeah.
But you don't got to worry about that in the gay community. It's nice. You can't just be like, he got me AIDS. Like, you can't prove that.
I got a butt baby. I'm pregnant.
You have it and I don't. Yeah, the pregnant thing. You can run around. I don't know how you can even tell until the thing is born if you can prove that it's like one guy's baby, right?
It's yeah. He has to be born. You got to wait for the DNA results.
That's fucked up, man. I thought I got fucked with a bad hand by being gay, but you know what? The more I talk about this kind of stuff, I'm kind of like really, a little excited about it.
Seems a lot simpler on your end.
A little bit more simple. My problems are a lot less complicated.
Yeah.
Much less likely to get like betrayed.
It's a lot more black and white. Like you know what your problems are, and you know how to avoid them.
Yes.
With women, there are many pitfalls.
That's a sneak attack. She stole my checks and robbed me of 70 grand and like, that didn't happen. Yeah. Okay. So that was a good one. So we'll keep tabs on her moving forward. Sally, the no good slut. All right. Segment number 2. It was all a dream. Had a little nightmare last night.
Oh no.
And it was fucking disgusting. I'm going to say that now. It was absolutely gross. So if you don't want this is disgusting. It's nothing gay. It has to do with a dick, but it's gross as fuck. I don't know what happened. I was in one of those sleep states last night where you ever have those like full nights where you don't think you're sleeping? You feel like I can't like get myself to fall asleep. You're rolling around back and forth, but there's periods of time in there where you're actually getting sleep and it's just kind of in and out. So I dreamt a ton. I don't remember any of them except for this one. So I wake up to this dream. I have a big fucking zit on the inside of my crotch, like right next to my left testicle. Right. Okay. So I'm just trying to pop the fuck out of it. I'm like, look at this monster. I got to get
hold on. How big? Like the size of a golf ball or like a fist? Like how big are we talking?
Probably the size of a pointer fingertip.
Okay. That's still big. Yeah. That's still big. Yeah.
It's big. It was big. So I get it and I went to go pop it and it just explodes like a volcano. And to the point where like there's no white stuff, it's just like empty flesh and now there's blood like coming out like I shot myself in the leg. So I'm like, oh my God, like, what do I do? So because I'm doing that, I obviously don't have my pants on. So I look at my dick and this is where it gets terrible. So my dick falls into like it became like looking uncircumcised. So it like fell into a tube. Like my dick was like falling away inside of a tube,
kind of like drooping, so like melting,
yeah. But it was drooping into like a fluid that looked like French's yellow mustard. It was a big yellow fluid that was filling. It was just like about to erupt out of like the pouch of an uncircumcised dick, while the tip of my cock is slowly sinking down into that and going into my body, and I don't know what to do. So I'm sitting there just like, Ma. Trying to without spilling any of this yellow mustard all over the floor.
What is your mom gonna do right now?
She's a nurse. I don't know.
Okay, I don't
one could look at it and be like, "Oh my God,
you need to
call an aunt." What I tell you about masturbating? No, it was one of those ones too. As ridiculous as it sounds, I woke up and like it took me 5 minutes to realize that didn't happen. I was sitting there in bed like 5 minutes, like this is my life now. Like, what do we do? Like, how do we fix it? What was the fluid? What did the pimple mean? Like all this and that. And I'm just like a little clarity, just like, oh, dude, it didn't happen. Yes. And then I got some sleep. Yeah. But that was a chaotic few minutes right there. Just
it sounds like it. Did you ever figure out what the yellow fluid was?
No. It was just whatever was happening down there. It was infected and the dick was going. Because I have a perfectly circumcised dick, but then all of a sudden it was just like slipping into a tube of one that is uncircumcised, what that would look like. And then as it falls deeper into the abyss, the more yellow mustard comes up. So, and plus I was still bleeding from the pimple on the thigh. So I was like, I was dying. I was bleeding fluid and yellow mustard all over the place. But it didn't happen. It was all a dream. So thank God.
Good. I'm glad it was just a dream.
Gross. I know. I don't know where it came from, but that's where That's why we have this segment.
Yeah. Well, I got a couple too. One of them is kind of gross also. So this was actually a while ago. I forgot that I had it. I was looking through my notes and I saw it. I was a waiter at like a deli / diner kind of thing. And then Roan and Glenny Balls from Barstool, they came in. Glenny Balls, he ordered a bottle of wine and we didn't have any. So then he ordered a cranberry juice and a Cobb salad. And I was like, all right, let me go get him his, I was like, this is my shot. Like, I'm going to impression. He's going to mention me, mention my podcast a day or whatever. But I'm like looking around. It took me about an hour to get a salad. I don't know. I just kept getting sidetracked. Shit just kept happening. Yeah. And then I ran into a kid that I used to buy weed from in high school. And that's when I woke up.
Yeah.
I was all over the place. I kept trying to do stuff and I kept getting sidetracked in the kitchen.
So you provided Glenny Balls terrible customer service.
Awful customer service. Yeah.
Yikes.
And the other one was they were making a new Jackass movie. And it only starred, it was 2 Johnny Knoxvilles. That's it. There was no other cast. It was just 2 Johnny Knoxvilles. I don't know how that works. And I was getting like, I don't know if it was like a sneak preview or I was just like watching it.
Yeah.
And I was there with Saquon Barkley. He was watching it.
You were hanging out with Saquon Barkley watching the new Jackass trailer?
Yeah, I don't know like where we were. We were just like watching it. And it was Johnny Knoxville just basically just like eating his own shit. But like it wasn't but it wasn't like shit color. Like it was weird. He was just like reaching into his ass and just like eating something.
Oh.
And Saquon did not like it. That's all I remember.
No, he
did not.
He walked out of the theater.
Yeah. And those are my dreams, but it was just weird.
It's 2019 off to a hot start with the dreams.
I still don't understand how there was 2 Johnny Knoxvilles. I couldn't figure that one out.
Yeah. Maybe you dreamt up a brother or a clone. Who knows?
I don't know. It could have been that, or it could have been like when they used like the hologram Tupac at like Coachella or whatever.
I heard about that. That's a little weird.
Yeah, maybe it was something like that, or maybe they got cloning down. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's possible in dreams. I mean,
anything's possible.
But yeah, I don't know. So that was weird. But those
all weird.
All weird.
All weird.
It's all weird all the time here.
All right, let's get out of there. Let's go to segment number 3, which is a deal or no deal spelling bee challenge. So Tones obviously already has to do a punishment challenge by getting a ghost pepper into his mouth. We'll do that soon. I have 3 over the lines. For the new guys out there, 7 over the lines. You have to do one of these challenges, like getting your nipples electrocuted. You got to eat a whole bag of Pop Rocks and try to drink a whole bottle of Coca-Cola. You got to, eat ghost peppers, whole bunch of stuff.
Got to eat
pick them out of a hat. It's all random.
Eat a bunch of bananas.
Oh, watch
Sprite.
Yeah, that didn't work. It will probably work for me, but it doesn't work for you.
No.
Tones, I've seen Tones like eat 3 bananas and chug 2 Sprites in less than a minute, and he still didn't throw up. But the next day, you just had like diarrhea and farts, which is funny, but we didn't get any of it.
Yeah. The camera was rolling for that.
All right, so if I spell it right, then I go to 2 over the lines, and if I spell it wrong, I go to 4 over the lines, which gets me closer to the challenge. We got to do the word of the day. Do you have the word?
I do.
Okay.
All right. So the word is malinger.
Malinger?
Yeah.
Is it like malady, but like it's something lingering, like a fart? Malinger.
I don't know. You tell me.
What's the country of origin?
It is great question. I don't know. I'm scrolling here. I don't see anything.
I'm gonna guess Latin.
Probably.
Yeah.
Latin. Let's go with Latin. It sounds. Oh no, it's French.
Oh boy, well that throws a wrench into shit.
It comes from the French verb malingre, meaning sickly.
Ooh. Okay. What's the definition?
To pretend.
Sickly?
To pretend or exaggerate incapacity or illness, as to avoid duty or work. So it's like, my back.
Malinger. I'm gonna malinger my way out of this one. All right. So I think because it's French, we got to get to it. But the end of the word, I think he gave it away too. I think it's going to be an R-E instead of an E-R. Like array. like a Chardonnay. Well, that doesn't really, it's a bad example, but you know what I mean.
I'm not saying it is one way or another, but it's not exactly the same as the French version. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Malingre. Malinger.
Malinger.
M A L I N G R E. Is it ER?
R.
It's just an R. There's no E.
No, it's ER. It's ER.
I'm an asshole. That was the easiest word. I can't believe I thought too much about it. Ma, and then you linger like a fart. It was fucking written in the stones.
Yeah, I tried to even give you a hint. I was like,
I thought you were trying to I thought you were like,
it
Tom figured me out. I have to make sure he doesn't call my bluff. Damn. All right. That's 4 over the lines. That's fine. We still got plenty of space. That's not as bad as it could have been, but that would have been helpful if I got down to 2.
Yeah.
It's stupid. I used to be able to spell like no other, but now I get too in my head tones. I think too much. The train starts rolling, but then I realize as it's rolling, there's no brakes, and then
there's no conductor either. It's just going.
There's no conductor. It's just casualties, is what it is. It's death, the carnage. No brakes, no conductor. Why am I on this train? Dead. Okay. Segment number 4 here. Tones Bones. All right. You got a bone?
Yeah, it's not a major one. Did you have one you want to go off, or should I just go first?
You can go first. I got a big bone. You can go ahead though.
I got a bone with jeans that have 2 loops in the back, like when you put your belt through.
Yeah,
instead of having one directly in the center of the back, it's got one a little bit off to each side, and it's a pain in the ass when you're putting your belt in. It's just
it's so easy to miss.
It is because if you get the first one and then you gotta it's like
I'm checking mine now.
Yeah, I mean, one of my pairs of pants I wear for work has 2 loops in the back. It's every time I get it, I'm and it's I don't have very much mobility in my arms, so it's reach around.
Yeah,
very, very uncomfortable. So I'm just trying to get it, and it's just, I don't know.
I wonder if they do that for people with massive side fat problems, and if you tie the belt around, enough, it will kind of just hide it for you. Stuff it in.
Yeah, just stuff it. Yeah, no, I mean,
that way you don't look like a lava lamp.
I usually get it, but it takes me an extra 5 to 10 seconds to get ready in the morning. And it's just like I said, it's not a big bone. It's just inconvenient, and I don't appreciate it. Yeah. That and button flies. I cannot stand button flies. Who thought it'd be a good idea to put a fucking button fly on a pair of pants?
Oh, I haven't had a button fly in forever.
Yeah, I bought a pair of jeans. I didn't even realize it, and it had a button fly. And I haven't.
So that's where the button's right in the middle of the zipper. You have to do that first before you can even get to the zipper. Are you talking about the button?
No, right? There's no zipper. It's just buttons all the way down.
Oh.
Yeah.
That exists.
That's awful.
I've never even heard of that. That's a disaster.
Yeah, it's God forbid you have to really take a piss or a shit, and you're just sitting there trying to fucking unbutton. It's the worst.
Fucking end up ripping them off.
And it's tough because I actually like the jeans, and I like how they fit, and it's just the button fly ruins it. I can't do it.
Yeah. That's that's your fault. I mean, how do you not notice that?
I bought them.
Okay. See, everybody's doing the clothing online stuff. You know what? Guess who still goes to the mall? Me. I still go to the mall. I like going to the mall. You buy pants, you go to the food court, you get the whole experience of buying the pants. You know? Hit Burger King. It's the only time you have Burger King because there's so many options in the food court, but they all suck, and Burger King looks great compared to all the rest of them.
All Panda Express or Popeyes or something. I don't want that. Give me Burger King.
Yeah. My mall used to have a Nathan's, and it was the bomb.
Yeah, Nathan's.
Grab a dog.
Yeah.
Nathan's.
I used to like the little mini corn dogs.
I'd always just get the 2 hot dog combo with some waffle fries.
Mm.
That's enough right there. That's enough.
I'll get it done.
Yeah.
I'll get it done.
So that was your bone?
Yeah, that's my bone.
Pant loops, button flies. All right. Mine's going to be maybe controversial. I hope not, because people, if they are, then it is what it is. It's a little political. That's why, but I don't want it to get political. I just want to talk common sense about the American dream here. All right. This stupid woman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, whatever her fucking name is, okay?
Mhm.
Whatever you want to believe in with the, progressive socialism. We'll just call it what it is.
Okay.
She wants to put a tax 60 to 70% on the top 1% of everybody. Everybody making about who's worth $10 million or more will get a little bit of that tax, which is fine if you want to do it for things like healthcare, things that we need. She wants to do it for green energy and all that. And my question is, well, then I'm sitting here. I don't want to be rich anymore, lady. You're killing my American dream. I want to sit here and work, and I could be $10 million rich, work my ass off. I can maybe buy a boat. Nope, no boat. Can't buy the boat now. I have to give it to you for this stupid reason. What do you mean fucking you need all my money to go look at energy? What are you talking about? Fucking put it into something cooler like flying cars or something like fun. Energy.
Yeah, I mean, listen, again, I don't want to get political, but I mean,
a socialist, everybody. Communist.
I mean, green energy isn't like. Are you anti-green energy? Is that I'm not trying to like box.
Not if I end up being. I'm not. It will never happen. I'm not in a career path to ever be that wealthy. I know that. I'm on a career path to live a very decent life, so that doesn't really affect me. But it will end up because you can only get so much out of that, and it will still be. The taxes are already insane, which is I get that. You get used to it.
I'm not saying are you against using that for green. I'm saying just green energy in general. Yay or nay?
Yay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay.
That's totally fine.
Yeah. I mean, I heard this lady was like making noise. I don't pay attention to the news, so I didn't know the details and stuff until now. But I kind of agree. I mean, there's other ways to do it. You don't have to like take all this money, and there's like you don't even need that much. Like we're pretty much there. We just have to implement it.
Yeah.
So I don't understand like why we have to take 70% of all the millionaires' money and put it towards green energy.
I don't think she has any idea how much that is. 70% of this poor guy worked his ass off, and like good for him. He did a good job of whatever he did. Like maybe I don't know what the kind of like maybe he did I don't know the jobs that can get you that rich. I really don't. But if you do a good job, that you're a decent guy and you're like ready to retire and live this awesome life from, you're 65, you're retiring, you want to move to Florida and like live in a boat. Good for you. Go do it. She's going to take 70% of it. That's all of it. That's all. That's like all of your money.
I know. Yeah. I mean, I guess the thinking is that like, if they have that much money, that's not going to like make them starve, which I know you worked for that money. You deserve that money. I get it. I mean,
yeah.
But yeah, no, that is ridiculous. Not to interrupt though, but we have some breaking news.
Oh,
the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have just hired Bruce Arians.
Yeah, yes, sir. It's official. We're gonna be so good now, and I have a whole year to think about it.
He's good. He's good. I like him. He's I mean, everywhere he's gone, he's won. I don't know why. Like,
I know. I can't believe he wants to come. He's so old. We had to give him a whole physical. Apparently, it included like a proctology exam and everything. He's so unhealthy, and he's 66, and it's so hot in Tampa. But yeah, he's just a quarterback whisperer. So I mean, like, I'm wearing my Bucs gear, and this is the best time to be Bucs fan. Is they can't lose games, which is totally sweet. And you can really no matter who you hire, you're gonna be excited about it because you could just psych yourself up and be like, all right, new beginnings.
Especially Bruce
franchise quarterback. Yeah, but that's all these assholes were saying like we're the least appealing job to take.
No,
what the fuck? It looks like we were the number one.
Well, the Bengals or the fucking. Did the Bills fire their coach?
No, he's still there. The Packers just hired this guy LaFleur, who's like I don't know who that is. The offensive coordinator for the Titans. They weren't that great.
No, exactly. Yeah, it wasn't like they were the Chiefs or something. I mean, they were just okay.
No. He's the offensive coordinator 2 years ago with the Rams when they sucked, and then like when they fired him, they were like they're awesome now.
Yeah, I know. And the Cardinals just hired Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah, which didn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't. And it was funny because I love how like there's no like college and NFL, they could just jump back and forth. There's no UFC. I heard was like trying to like insulate him. It's like, oh, he's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. And a day later,
the USC.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's the guy that they got.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
hilarious.
with the Cubs.
USC like just hired him like a week ago. That's why they were being like that.
I'm saying, there's no like
They hired him and like a week later. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna leave. They're like, no. Wait.
That's like when Nick Saban like just left the Dolphins in like week 7. He's like, I'm gonna go coach Alabama. Fuck this.
Oh man. Oh, what a great day. All right, yeah. So that's awesome. No to the 70% tax on $10 million people.
Yeah,
Maybe I don't know.
I
Just
mean,
like
you know how we could fix all this?
how?
You legalize weed everywhere, you
Yes.
tax it. Legalize prostitution, you tax it, and then you stop fighting so
Gambling.
many goddamn wars.
Yeah.
That's where all of our money goes. It goes to buy planes and tanks and guns and shit.
Yeah. And like with the green energy, like, well, the whole climate change thing, I don't understand it, but I don't think it's all our fault at all. Why should we have to pay for so much of it? It's fucking over there for the China and all those people with the smog. I don't know.
Yeah,
But still, I don't
there's
know.
a lot of people responsible, and it just got to be a collective effort.
It's just so bad now. Like you sit here, you work hard, you wait for your bonus. It's like just a guy who doesn't make that much money, but enough to be able to support himself in this apartment and like get to the next paycheck.
Yeah.
When you raise taxes like that kills me. Once you raise it a little bit, I can't pay the electric on time.
Yeah,
I have to like let it build up until I can afford it, and it sucks when
Yeah.
that happens. And then you get a bonus and you're pumped for it. You can start to pay bills. They take 40% of it. 40.
I know. I know. Listen, yeah, I got $1,000 bonus earlier in the year, and it was I walked away with like 600, which
It's unbelievable.
it's still 600 I didn't have. You know,
That's the thing.
Which like you can't really complain, but it's like
So I'm like, where I want to see where it's going. I'm like, oh, is this going towards, healthcare for everybody? That would be nice. But the green energy,
you know what they should do? They should give you there should be a website, and you could go and you could check off which things you want to participate in. So like,
oh, wouldn't that be wonderful?
like let's say you just want to go ahead and not pay towards the fire department. Like, okay, well, if your house is on fire, we're not coming.
Nope.
That's drastic, but let's say instead of putting your trash out, you want to burn it.
Yeah.
I'll just save the money on the trash bill. I'll have to get rid of the trash myself.
Yeah.
They should let you pick and choose.
Yeah.
I'll
Great, but now once they get the power, they're just like, nope, I'll make your decisions for you.
Yeah.
Young voter.
I didn't vote for you.
Yeah. That's why
I didn't vote for anybody. You shouldn't be able to take my money.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, either way, you get mauled in taxes. There's really no winning in politics when it comes to the people. It's just
everyone says they're going to lower taxes, and they always go up.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Whenever you hear politicians say free, it means that you're paying for it. So just always remember that, folks.
Yeah.
Free college is here's my wallet. There you go. All right. Let's move to the fifth and final segment before we get to talking flicks. I got something to say. Did you watch the national championship last night?
A little bit. I think we might be saying the same thing, but you go first.
The halftime show?
Yeah.
Enough is enough, Imagine Dragons. Enough is enough. I'm so sick of the Imagine Dragons, these cockroaches. They're everywhere. They're not good. Why are they forcing the Imagine Dragons down every car commercial, every halftime show? I'm sure they're going to be in the fucking Super Bowl. Why? They fucking suck.
I saw something today on Instagram saying that Imagine Dragons is like spicy Nickelback.
Yeah, they blow. They're not Nickelback is so much better than the Imagine Dragons.
Whoa. Let's take it easy here, okay?
Nickelback has some good music. They're just very lame. Imagine Dragons, they're everywhere. I don't see Nickelback in every single Ford commercial or something, or like the Chrysler commercials where it's just like lightning and the thunder, like real fucking creative lyrics, you douchebags. Lightning and the thunder, you kidding me? What a stupid bunch of dicks. And I can't stand them. Everywhere I look, it's the Imagine Dragons.
The whole time,
just enough.
The whole time during their show, I kept thinking of that thing we made like way back when. Who do you think you are? And I mean,
Pete Weber, the bowler. I am. Yeah. It's such a joke. I don't understand how they I don't know. Like a little Wayne. I mean, I knew I was gonna like that, but he looked like a bag of trash. And he didn't make things any better.
Somebody said that he robbed the bird lady from Home Alone 2 for that outfit.
Yeah, spot on.
Yeah, no, that was actually my something to say. Was just like how they just kind of threw him out there. Like it didn't. It's not like they have songs together already. Like they just like took their songs and he just will go out there and just spit like a random verse.
Yeah.
And then they'd start the song up again. Like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
What was that intermission?
It was a whole bunch of garbage, is what it was.
Yeah, it wasn't great. That was. I mean, the game wasn't great either. I mean, I don't know. I watched some of the first half, and then I had to be.
I bet on Bama, so it wasn't good for me.
Yeah,
but,
I would have too if I was betting. I mean,
would you agree? Would you agree with this? Because, like, there's a difference between popular music and live music. So, wouldn't you agree that, like, for a halftime show, people would have so much fun, even if they're old? Like, Kiss comes out and plays the halftime show and just plays like 4 songs and like the hits people know, and there's explosions and they know what they're doing with the live set. Whereas the Imagine Dragons are just coming out singing the lightning and the thunder, and Lil Wayne comes out dressed up like E.T. when they dress him up in the little doll outfit. like it's just who comes up with this shit?
It was a very confusing halftime show. To be honest, I don't give a fuck about halftime shows.
I just like to judge them, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't.
They're so bad.
Like, I don't think I've ever really sat there and been like, that was an amazing halftime show.
Oh, dude, I have. The Giants 07 one, Tom Petty played, and it was like beautiful. It was awesome. Oh, they played American Girl. I only listened to the Super Bowl halftime version of American Girl instead of the fucking the original version.
Yeah, I don't really remember. That's I mean, that's just the difference between you and me. Like, I don't listen to Tom Petty. You know, you're a Tom Petty fan. That's fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there is. I'm just saying, like, I don't know, like, especially most of the people that they put out there, like, I just don't really listen to that kind of music. So I'm just like, whatever. You know, I don't.
Yeah.
Like, Bruno Mars. Okay, cool. Bruno Mars. Let's fucking listen to him. Beyonce.
15-minute halftime show. Just enough time to whack off. Mute it.
Never mind all the people in my house. Let me just run upstairs real quick.
All right. Okay, let's get out of there. Let's move on to the Talkin' Flicks 4-pack hybrid. So hit it, Kane and Talkin' Flicks guy. Okay. So you had to watch True Romance, the long. I guess you're a diehard Quentin Tarantino guy. This is the pretty much, I think, the only Tarantino movie you hadn't seen.
Yeah.
Right. Probably.
Yeah.
And I had to watch Hell or High Water. So.
Yeah,
but yeah, go. Please just jump right into True Romance. I'm really fascinated to hear what you got to say about it.
Yeah, I mean, it was really good. You know, great story. Tarantino's real good at kind of like weaving those different stories together, sort of like different groups of people kind of converging. Yeah. I wasn't a fan of certain parts of how it was directed, though. Like.
I can totally
like I can tell that was Tarantino that wrote it. I could tell from the dialogue, from the conversations. Right. I could just tell from the overall story. But there was just like certain parts I was sitting there scratching my head. Like there was a couple like serious conversations that he was having with his father, the Christian Slater character. I can't remember his name. Anyway, he's having conversations, and they're like a serious conversation. In the background, they're playing this like tropical, like Little Mermaid music in the background. Like, what the hell?
That was the most annoying. It was that was throughout the whole movie. Was the little tropical mermaid movie?
Always came at like really serious moments.
Yeah,
it was always like really serious conversations, and they're playing like Little Mermaid in the background. I mean, what the hell is going on here? Like, honestly, that took a lot out of it for me. That
big time.
That really like bothered me. I mean, more than.
And he definitely knew that. And if you notice too, he didn't direct it. He wrote the entire thing.
I picked up on that just from like. You know, because you watch a certain type of director, they have certain tendencies. You know how they shoot scenes. You know how it plays out. I mean, look at someone like Wes Anderson. All of his movies are kind of the same. Tarantino has his signature. Michael Bay is always shit blowing up. You know, you could pick up on little things. I could tell that wasn't Tarantino. But like I said, I could tell from the dialogue and the story that he had his footprint on it. But there was just certain scenes that were just. And I watched it like 3 or 4 days ago, so I should have rewatched it before.
By the way, for the Bomb Squad, just did a nutshell, like a little 10-second synopsis. Basically, this guy falls in love with a prostitute that somebody tried to hook him up with. It was like her first day. They fell like madly in love. He goes to kill the
pimp,
Gary Oldman, who happens to be Gary Oldman back in the day.
Yeah,
kills him, steals his coke, and then they flee to go sell it in Vegas or whatever. And the mob, James Gandolfini, Christopher Walken, they come looking for him. So it's badass.
Yeah. I needed more Christopher Walken. I need
Yeah.
more. He only had that one scene really, but yeah, he was.
You know what? I thought it was perfect amount. He had a great scene, but then it was pretty much just Gandolfini going out hunting after them.
Yeah,
He was so cool in that movie. He saved the movie because
Yeah.
the first time I saw it, I hated it. I was just like, this movie so disappointing. But like towards the end, when Gandolfini finds them and just like starts beating the shit out of them, like it wouldn't fly today. Like who's the actress? Christina Applegate?
No, it was Patricia Arquette.
Patricia Arquette.
Yeah.
Fucking he just like beats the crap out of her for like 20 minutes in the movie.
Whole,
And like
just like
morals out the window, it was awesome.
Yeah. There's like a drag down, throw out brawl, just like
he's huge.
Each other into windows. Like he threw her through like a glass shower door. Like,
threw her through the mirror, stabbed her.
Just crazy shit.
Yeah.
But I gotta say about her, I mean, because I've seen her in a bunch of stuff, and she was always like pretty, but nothing like crazy. But I thought she was really hot in this.
Oh yeah,
she had a nice
Slater
little dumper on her. Yeah, Slater was on his game. Yeah, no, but it was cool. It was good. I'm trying to think. With the scene with Christopher Walken and the dad, Dennis Hopper.
So we were talking about that.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of, it's all white people in the scene. It's just the mob comes to his dad's, Christian Slater's dad's trailer to ask, where are they with our coke? And he doesn't tell him because he doesn't want to rat out his son. And then he tells them the story about how Sicilians, because that's who they are, the type of Italians they are spawned from the Moors, which were black people. And they use only N-words. So I was texting you. I was just like, where along the line did Tarantino get permission to use the N-bomb so liberally in every movie he's ever directed?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's one thing in Django when it's like set in like, that slavery culture and there's black people in it. But yeah, I was a little torn on it because
well, remember Pulp Fiction? Do you see a sign on here that says "Dead N-word storage"? Like that's a whole fucking scene.
And that was Tarantino himself saying it.
Yeah,
yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, is he racist? That's
I don't think he's racist. I think he's just an idiot. I think he thinks he's black. Not everything's up there with him. Not everything's going on right.
He's using the hard R.
Yeah, that's
you use the hard R. You're not. You don't think you're black. There's a difference, but it's interesting. I mean, because they just drop it so casually.
It's like all of his movies, it's like every single one, even when it has nothing to do with black people or slavery, it's just like, it's just like a diss to it, which is bad. Like that whole scene is about like how you white Sicilians, you're actually spawned from black people. Like it's a diss. And it's like, this is hardcore racist right now.
Yeah. Is that true though? The Sicilians?
Yeah, I looked into it. It was a phenomenal. I mean, like, I don't want to call it a diss, but like, I mean, it was pretty funny that he had the balls to say that to the Sicilian mob right to their face, knowing that he's going to get killed.
Yeah. I mean, he knew he was probably going to get killed anyway, so he was just.
He knew it. That's why he said that whole thing. But I'm just like, it's cool, like the way that you're going to shoot this scene, like how he's just like, I'm going to ask for a cigarette, I'm going to smoke it, and like just tell, like just diss you. But to go this hardcore of a route, it was a little aggressive.
See, this after this scene, that's when you know this is a Tarantino movie. Just from the whole build up of the dialogue, it's like the whole, he's like telling a story. He's like, blah, 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 and he just builds it all up, and all while he's just sitting there smoking his cig, and then it ends with him getting all those like serious monologues end with someone getting shot.
Yeah,
like you look at Inglourious Basterds when he's like in the first scene when he's sitting there talking to the guy, and they're all underneath the house, and then there's that, or even the one in the bar underground. They're playing the card game with the German soldiers. That's
his hamburger. That's the burger, a part of the cheeseburger.
Yeah.
But like you said, so with the music, and I think the music really just generally ruined the movie.
Yeah,
I think it did, because it was really good.
Yeah, no, it was. The story was really good. I thought the acting was good. It's just that music. It was hard to look, and I don't know if we had seen this when it first came out, if it wasn't that corny back then, but listening to it now, 20, 25 years later or whatever, I just couldn't get past it.
Sounds like the director's trying to do something creative, make it like, I'm going to play this really lame Little Mermaid music to make it like eerie and spooky because this is a dark movie. So like if you put Little Mermaid on a dark plot, people will be like, well, that's weird. No, fell flat.
Yeah. And it wasn't even like, I could see maybe if they're like in a tropical setting, maybe the music would play, but they're in Detroit in the winter.
Yeah. And he lives up in like under a billboard, like in the it was freezing cold.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. But that ruined the movie. So
Yeah.
what's your overall sticks of dynamite for this one?
I'm gonna give it 6.9.
6.9.
6.9.
Okay. It's better than that. I'm telling you, it's better than that. Watch it again because the first time I probably gave it less than that, but I'll probably go now and say it's an 8.6.
I mean, like I said before, like I wish I had time to rewatch it because I'm not remembering a lot of the plot points, a lot of the stuff. And again, I watched it 3 or 4 days ago. So
like the facet that really like draws you in, like once they like get to California or wherever they were going to like escape, the guy that they're trying to like put the cocaine on who could sell it for them, that whole plot was so fascinating. That guy with his like
fucking I forgot about the whole scene at the end, the whole Mexican standoff at the end.
Oh yeah. That's where the Mexican standoff really came from. Like before even Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, no, I forgot about that scene. I mean, there was he was selling the coke to this guy, but then the other guy was talking to the cops and he ratted them out. And then the cops came in and they're pointing guns at the bodyguards for the other guy. And then the mafia comes in, they're all pointing guns at each other and everyone gets shot up. You can even see little pieces of the end of Django. That whole shootout.
Oh yeah, Django. Everyone
shot up and there's just like. So yeah, it's
Christian Slater gets shot in the fucking face, but he lives.
I'm taking the score back. I'm going to give it a 7-4 because I forgot about all of that.
You need to rewatch it. Yeah, you watch it again. I think the fourth time around, I realized it was a gem of a movie. You know, especially because like there's a lot of things. Like Gary Oldman's performance is spectacular, even though it's only for like 15 minutes.
You know, up until like a year or two ago, I hadn't seen like any stuff of Gary Oldman when he was younger. Like I just know him as like Commissioner Gordon, and he was in Planet of the Apes and the whole he played Winston Churchill. But like between this role and the role he played in Leon the Professional, I'm convinced he's a lunatic.
The lunatic roles from him are like genuinely terrifying.
Yeah.
And like this is right up there with Leon the Professional.
Mm-hmm. For sure. He wasn't
Leon the Professional, though, that was scary.
Yeah. No, he wasn't in it as long, but he was just as crazy.
Yes, exactly. All right, so 7-4.
7-4. I'm sticking with that.
Okay. All right, so I watched Hell or High Water just before. Okay. Excellent movie. Basically, a little 10-second summary. Two brothers, they're running around robbing banks. There's one crazy brother who's a lunatic who's always in and out of jail. The other one's a pretty good guy, but he's got to make money for his two boys and his ex-wife, you know, because they're kind of astray because he fucked up. They don't really explain that too much of how he fucked up.
Yeah, well,
I mean, say something.
Yeah, I don't know how he fucked up. What I was going to say is the reason they're robbing the banks is because their mother's house is being foreclosed on. Their mother died, and
dead mother. Yeah.
So what they're doing is they're actually robbing the bank that has the mortgage on the house, and they're taking the money to pay back the same bank.
Right. Yeah. So that's a creative little thing to get back into the bank because the banks are dick. Like they fucked her over so bad, and then she died, and they were just making money off of her because she didn't know what she was doing. Goes back to the slut Sally. You know, it's like taking advantage of the elderly. Well, I live near the airport. Sorry about that. But yeah, so they start robbing banks. The terror. Just watching them go to bank is just like so stressful to watch. That's how you know it's a good movie. You know, it's just stressful and like, I don't know. So they're going from bank to bank, the same bank. It was Texas,
Midland,
Texas Bank. Yeah. And Jeff Bridges is an old, about to retire cop, like classic. Same thing as like Tommy Lee Jones in No Country for Old Men.
He's a Texas Ranger. He's a Texas Ranger. Thank you very much.
Texas Ranger. Him and his partner. They're trying to find him. So they're doing a good job robbing all these banks. He's able to get the money to buy back the house that the bank owned on foreclosure, and he's going to give it to his boys and his ex-wife. Be a good man, you know. So he's doing bad stuff to do good stuff. Cancels out, classic. But then towards the end, they get into this bank that's a little bit too big, and they knew it. But his crazy ass brother was just like, no, like bigger bank, more money. So they put on their ski masks like always. They go in with their guns, and the bank is packed, fucking packed with people online everywhere. And then they just like tell everybody to get on the ground. But ladies and gentlemen, we are in Texas.
Yes.
We are in the middle of nowhere, Texas, and everybody is packing. Like literally every single person is packing a gun. So they're able to rob the bank, and then they just start getting fired at, and then it gets to a huge police chase, and it's awesome. And it goes into the hills, and the brothers split up. I don't want to like go through the whole thing here, but basically. Poor Jeff Bridges' partner, who he loved the entire time, is just they're best friends. He gets killed out of nowhere after the crazy brother runs into the hills, going into a shootout with all the cops, like Grand Theft Auto style. But it's hard to explain. If you haven't seen it, really go sit down and watch it. This movie was an A plus. I don't think I could see anything wrong with this movie. I mean, I had to sit here during the middle of my work day. Keep that quiet. I was working, but I was watching the movie at the same time, and I was like balls deep. And it was phenomenal. I thought Jeff Bridges' performance was excellent, just exactly on par with Tommy Lee Jones in No Country for Old Men. And then Chris Pine, what a stud, hot, great actor.
Yeah.
But who's his brother? Who's that actor? Because
I think he's Ben Foster, I think his name is.
Ben Foster needs to be in way more movies. That guy is such a great actor. I don't know why I don't see him on the screen more often.
Yeah, he was he was great in that. They were all the acting was great. I mean, this was up for a Best Picture 2 years ago.
Yeah,
and it just so happened that year was it 2 years ago? I don't know, maybe a year. But he was that year I was doing the other movie podcast, Bingeaholics Anonymous. Right, we did an Oscar month. We watched all the Oscar movies. And this was probably my favorite out of all.
Yeah. And who won that year?
That was Moonlight. Moonlight won.
Moonlight year. I still haven't seen that, by the way.
We'll throw that in there at some point. That was good. I liked it. But yeah, this was probably my favorite out of all of them. But for whatever reason, it just didn't get a lot of attention. And it is a slow build, which I can see how if it doesn't catch you, like if you watch the first half hour, it's just like
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, like it's pretty consistent in my opinion. I thought.
Yeah, I mean, because you do have the
robbing banks the whole time,
right? They're sprinkled in there, but the finale is just so crazy that it just makes up for like lost time in between.
Yeah. And it was just when Jeff Bridges' partner got like shot, and he's like the mid sentence because like Jeff Bridges is always busting his partner's balls, and his partner's always just like, "When are you gonna retire, old man?" Like, do this. And he's always talking about his retirement plans, and Jeff Bridges is just like, "I don't want to retire." And then like the guy gets shot, and Jeff Bridges is just like devastated. And I was sitting here just like, "What? Didn't see that coming at all."
He gets shot, and he goes to like pick him up, and then his hat is just on the ground, and his brains are just in his hat. he has the big Texan hat, and it's
big Texas hat. Yeah, but I am going to give this movie a 9.6.
Wow.
9.6. It's probably one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Really? Wow.
I fucking was all in. It was like No Country for Old Men's probably a 9.8, and that's a 9.6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I had a feeling you would like it.
Yeah, I love Texas. I fucking love Texas. I love Texas, like small towns, desert, the cops when they're involved, and then just like bank robberies on top of it. Like that's just Texas right there.
Yeah, and that's what it really was. Small town. Like half the time they were driving around, all you saw was just like for sale signs or like eviction.
They're in Oklahoma for like an hour of the movie. I'm just like, oh, like, where are they in Texas where they could just like go to Oklahoma real quick, and then like come back.
Yeah, I don't know. They got to Texas is big. There's a lot of stuff in Texas.
Texas is big. It's 9.6. All right, so let's move on to our new movie assignments. I hope you haven't seen this because I didn't write down any other ones, but I wrote it because of what's his name? What's the actor that I was just asking about? Ben Simmons. Ben Foster.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons. Alpha Dog. Have you ever seen Alpha Dog?
I have, yeah.
Damn it.
All right, give me JT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. So yours, what do you think? I'll stall a little bit. I'm going to give you Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. So this is, I don't know if you remember Snatch?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the same director, a lot of the same cast. These were like, I think this was actually his first one.
Okay.
I think it was before Snatch, I believe. I could be wrong. They were 1 and 2. Those were his first 2 movies, but yeah, like basically the same movie, just like with different plot points.
Yeah.
but it's fantastic.
Okay. I am still thinking here. You know what? I have like a back card here, and it kind of sucks, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway. Almost Heroes. You had to see it eventually. Write that down.
What is that?
That's Chris Farley and Matthew Perry try to beat Lewis and Clark to discover the Pacific Ocean. It's one of my personal favorites.
Okay. All right, that's fine, yeah.
It's a good plot, right? It's actually really funny.
I mean, it sounds funny from the description. Matthew Perry. Okay.
Number 3, or actually first question of the 4-pack here. All right, so sticking with a theme, what is your favorite Texas-based movie?
We were just talking about it. No Country for Old Men.
No Country. Didn't yet. Kind of gave it away. 9-8. It's the best Texas movie ever. I had Friday Night Lights in there too. I know you gave it kind of a low score, but I always had the Friday Night Lights is a phenomenal movie. And Texas and football are like lamb and tuna fish. They go together perfectly. And but No Country, forget about it.
Yeah.
Best Texas movie of all time.
Absolutely.
That's all we got on it. Yeah.
That's what to say. If there was another movie,
so there's nothing to say.
I was looking up Texas movies. Like there aren't really a whole lot, unless you go back to like the old westerns. But I mean, like
I mean, like there's a ton of football movies that take place in Texas.
Dallas Buyers Club. I don't know. I never seen that, but that's I'm assuming it's in Texas.
It is. Yeah. Yeah, I love too, like with the Mexican border right there too, like when they take place in like the 70s or something like that, and they can kind of just like go to Mexico for a little bit and come back. Okay. Question number 2 here, the hybrid. What single scene from a movie is an absolute masterpiece?
I got 2. So
what's the better one?
Well, I'm gonna go with this one first because we were just talking about No Country, but the coin flip scene.
Oh yeah.
No Country, when he's just like tells the guy like pick heads.
I'm just gonna study this guy's life and see if it's worth it or not. Like like you married into this house, like this and that, and he's like, okay, I'll put your life up to a coin toss. It's like it's the most intense thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. But the other one is from The Godfather. It's the baptism scene.
Okay.
When he's I don't know if you remember, but he's sitting there baptized. I think it's his nephew or whatever. And while the priest is asking him, like, do you renounce Satan and all of his works and all and it's cutting away to like he has his guys like taking out all of his competition like simultaneously as he's standing in church, like saying he renounces Satan and all, like just such a well done scene. And generally old movies, I can't like focus long enough to like watch them, but like Godfather, yeah. I mean, I'm more of a Goodfellas guy personally, but Godfather, I mean, especially that
hot take. Goodfellas blows it out of the water.
Yeah, no,
Godfather 1 and 2 and 3.
3, no. Well,
3.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, no,
no. I was gonna agree with you. I'm like the only guy who loves Godfather 3. Like I thought 3 was the best one.
I didn't understand fully what you were saying, but you're saying Goodfellas blows that out of the water. Yes, I agree with that.
People are like, Godfather's best of all time. I was like, nah, it's not even the best mob boss movie of all time. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Godfather, if you're going from like a purely like cinematic standpoint, it's probably a better movie than Goodfellas, but like I enjoy Goodfellas more.
Absolutely. Yeah. But it's a cinematic masterpiece.
Yeah.
I have down the ending of Braveheart. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I can't people laugh at me like Braveheart's your favorite movie. Yeah, fucking Mel Gibson, he's an idiot. If you watch that movie, that ending, if that doesn't get you pure chills down your spine and almost make you tear up from getting amped, I don't know what's wrong with you. William Wallace just gets beheaded, and all of his guys are standing in the field facing like this massive English army, and they're just like laughing at him because William Wallace is dead, and they just fucking charge and they beat the shit out of him, and they get their freedom. It's the greatest thing, and the music is perfect, and the scenery is glorious. I can't think of a better scene. I really can't. It's probably why it's my favorite movie of all time is because of the ending.
Because of that scene. Yeah.
I almost put down, but I didn't because I'm not an idiot because it's my number 1 movie. But number 2, the ending of Titanic. The ending of Titanic when she finally passes away laying in bed and she's old, and then she goes back to the Titanic and everybody that you see in the movies in the stairwell, and it's heaven. Oh God, that's beautiful. And everybody's clapping that she's there. Oh,
Wait, did you say Titanic was your favorite? Or you said Braveheart was your favorite?
Braveheart by far, but
Okay.
I said I was almost gonna put Titanic in there as like a nice little thing, but you know what? I want Braveheart to be. It's just the end all be all greatest scene in all time of all time.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, this one should be interesting. What TV character from when you were younger would never work today?
Well, I got two again. One, you got Apu from The Simpsons.
Okay, yeah,
like-
I mean that was an ongoing battle all last year, and finally the Dicks finally won.
I know, it's another one. But then the other one, this isn't really for my childhood. I watched it when I was a kid, but you ever watch The Honeymooners?
No, I've heard of it a million times. I actually have no idea what it is.
It's I mean, it's just like an old, like from like the 50s, maybe like a sitcom.
Are they just on a honeymoon? Like, you know, they
No, it's just like one married couple, and then like his friend that lives upstairs in the apartment building. They live in like Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, right?
Okay.
And the main character name is Ralph Cramden. All the time he's just telling his wife, he's just like, one of these days, Alice, I'm gonna send you to the moon. Like, he's just talking about beating the shit out of her. Like, oh, it's funny. He's gonna punch her to the moon.
The 50s is bad.
Yeah.
I mean, like black people weren't allowed to do anything at that point yet. Like 50s is a really tough. Like people were dicks.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like it's like you laugh at it. It's like, oh, to the moon, Alice, to the moon, and it's just like he's talking about beating the shit out of her. We're all laughing at it.
Yeah. Well, she was probably being annoying. He wasn't really going to do it, but yeah, like to the Alice. Okay, I like that. That's funny. Mine. Okay, yeah. Bill Cosby in the Bill Cosby Show. Adam guy raped everybody. He's an asshole. It was never that funny anyway. His humor sucked anyway. Before anybody knew any stuff, the only performance that I enjoyed out of Bill Cosby was Robin Williams' therapist in the movie Jack when he's fucking. You haven't seen Jack. That's right. I've been meaning to give it to you. I'll do it in a long time. But Jack, his baby gets born, but he ages 10 years faster than everybody else. So when he's 10, he's 20. So no, I'm sorry. When by the time he's 10 years old, he looks like Robin Williams, 40 years old. So he's like a 10-year-old in like elementary school, and J-Lo's the teacher. And it's all these kids, but like it's Robin Williams. It's a great movie. It's great.
It's so ridiculous.
Bill Cosby's like a therapist, and he does a great job in the movie. But that was it.
No.
Bill Cosby really was never that funny.
Pops in the sweater vest. Like,
shut up. Just shut up. All right. To wrap it up, what's your favorite romantic movie? I'll get mine out of the way. All right. What do you think it is? It's Titanic. Come on. Oh, it's a no-brainer. Greatest romantic movie of all time.
You were going to say like Perks or like Love, Simon or something.
Perks. Love, Simon, maybe, but like that's because it had a happy ending. Like all the other good love stories end in like devastating. Like because even when in the end of Perks being Wallflower, like even though Hermione ends up coming back from college, like she's still in college and they're not going to get back together. Like it's just the way it is. It's devastating. That's the worst. I'd rather him be dead than him have to live the life where he knows that they're just going to be friends. Fuck that.
Yeah.
And Titanic, yeah, it's terrifying that Jack dies. But you know what? They go to heaven at the end and they get to live happily ever after. It's a happily ever after. It's a romantic ending and a half. It's beautiful.
It is. I have two again. So I have a rom-com one, right? My favorite rom-com is Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Golden movie.
Love that movie. Love Mila Kunis. My favorite serious one, which I'm going to give you at some point, is Blue is the Warmest Color. It's a French one, right?
Is it in subtitles?
It is in subtitles.
Oh, wait, we got to get an HBK theme song in there. I saw that. Write that down.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, it's going to be hard to talk about. Hopefully it doesn't walk back in, but it's about these two lesbians. And they have one of the best scenes of all I've ever. Fuck, I'm like all frazzled right now. Talking about lesbian sex scenes. My dad's about to walk in any minute. Yeah, no, it's like it's honestly like porno level, like sex scene that they have in it. But that's not like, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I like it. But it's actually like
they're just scissoring.
Like they're doing everything.
Oh, whoa!
Like I've seen
one of those movies you got to watch with the volume down a little bit.
Yeah, when that part comes on, you gotta lower it.
I
But
love when you're watching a movie and like a hardcore sex scene comes on like that, and you got to be like, "Whoa!" Hit the volume big time down,
yeah,
down like 20 knots.
it's definitely one of those. But it has a good story to it. Also, it's again, I don't remember. I don't think it's a happy ending. I don't want to ruin it because I'm gonna.
Yeah, they never are. It's yeah, it's very. Sometimes when they are, you're just like, ah. I was expecting complete devastating heartbreak.
Carnage.
This is unrelatable.
You know what it is Romeo and Juliet ruined it for everybody. It's like that just had like the worst ending possible, and it's just like, well, now that we've seen that, like I can't have a happy ending.
Yeah, that Shakespeare fucked everything up. Shakespeare's a miserable douche who wrote theater. I mean, like, what do you expect from theater writers?
It was awful. He used to make up. He literally made up words. Like he would just make up words when he was writing. Like who does that? If I just walk around making up,
he's
words,
forcing rhyme. He had things have to rhyme. Tones, okay, and like he was in a position to like create to make words so that way they fit.
Oh, not to be. I don't know.
Yeah, that is the question. Yeah. All right, that is the show. We got to wrap up because I have to piss like a camel. I got like 27 text messages during the show that Bruce Arians is now our head coach, and I could not be more fired up about it. It's making me have to piss even more. Tones, if you have any post-show thoughts, save them because I got to go to the bathroom. Bomb Squad, we will see you next time. Have an awesome week. Go kick some ass.